This MMA 30 segment is powered by The Gun Store. Next time you're in Las Vegas, if you want to shoot a real machine gun, do it at The Gun Store at 2900 East Tropicana.
I think Chael as a host of the MMA Awards is going to be interesting. I mean, obviously he's a character. He talks well. He's a funny guy, and he's probably going to upset some people again on the show. So I think it'll be interesting. I'll be tuning in to watch. That's for sure.
It's going to be a disaster if you put Chael hosting the award show. You will need a lot of security.
I think that could be good. I mean, he's like a handsome guy, you know, which a host should be. You know, he's got really good hair, so that could play a factor as well. And yeah, he's funny. You know, I think he looks kind of like he could host something good. I know a lot of people don't like him though, so I don't know how they're gonna take to that. But maybe those people that don't like him seem to do a great job hosting, and you know, have a different outlook on him.
Why? Because he can run his mouth. Yeah, he can run his mouth great. You know, somebody write him up some good stuff, and you know, I think he can do some. I think he can do good. Yeah, I like that idea actually.
Great. I think it's going to be amazing. He's going to be funny. He's going to be controversial. He's going to call out people. Jeez, I want to be there because Chael is going to be the bomb.
That's something that nobody should miss. You know, Chael is he's a special kind of person. Super nice guy. Every time I see him, he says hello. But he speaks his mind. You know, there's no filter there. You know, he tells you how he feels and what he's thinking. And you know, everybody out there, don't miss that because it's going to be probably the best ever.
He's a smart guy. He's an outspoken guy. You know, he's pretty sharp, pretty witty. So I think he's a good pick. Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I think let's see what I bet he's got some bombs, some surprises for us, but it'll be fun to watch.
I would say Anderson Silva. He's like he's been around for a long time, but I think this year, you know, he's just been like that mythical beast that like he kind of is, like where people just like, is this even real? Like the stuff he does out there and just the way he dominates guys. Like this year, he looked just like head and shoulders, you know, above the rest. Like the guys that were contending, the second best guy in the world to fight him, didn't even look like they belonged in the same ring as him. So, you know, I think this year he, even with me, like I always felt it was George St. Pierre, you know, Anderson Silva, maybe they were the same. And this year Anderson just like took a huge lead on just being the best fighter in the world. So I would give it to Anderson. I would go with the DCs, Donald Cerrone or Daniel Cormier. Donald Cerrone, just because, I mean, everyone knew him from the WC that watched WC, but to a whole new fan base in the UFC, he's come out and just been like on fire and looked like one of the best fighters in the world. He's stopped really tough guys, you know, and like I said, he's just looked unstoppable. So I could see Donald Cerrone, and Daniel Cormier has also been really impressive, just going into the heavyweight tournament and beating Bigfoot Silva, who had just beat Fedor, and looking good doing it. The guy's a wrestler, maybe world champion, I think, and you know, he's going in there and knocking out people with kickboxing, you know, as a heavyweight. So I think either of them, but I would have to say probably Cerrone because he's been doing it on the higher level.
Yeah, I think for the ring card girl, I think Ariane, you know, everybody knows her. She's got it a few times. I'd like to see maybe Brittany win it this year. You know, she's a beautiful girl, and I think, you know, it'd be nice to see somebody else to get that title for this year.
Well, that's right. I mean, Ariane has won it twice. Why not give it to her 3 times and do the 3rd time?
I don't know who the nominees are, but off the top of my head, I would say Ariane Celeste is probably the most popular ring girl, and she's kind of the one that everyone thinks of when they think of a ring girl, so I don't see how she wouldn't win.
I only know Ariane, so I'm going to go for her. She's hot. That's all the reason I'm going to give you. There's no other reason.
Ring girl of the year, I don't know. I'm not sure. My girlfriend's standing around somewhere, so I can't comment too much. I don't know. I mean, it's a tough one to call. They all do such a good job, and they're all very professional as well. They all represent the sport really well. So I don't know. I'm not picking that one. That's too tough.
God, there's some great fights this year. It seems like actually like every weekend and every show there's a fight that I think is fight of the year, and I just don't remember it because another good one happens. But one that sticks out in my mind is was the first day of the year, and it was New Year's Day, and it was Frankie Edgar and Gray Maynard. Just the heart that Frankie Edgar showed in that, to come back from that first round and you know, get a draw when I think he won. I just think that was a great fight, and just a show of like everything that MMA should be. Another fight, of course, is my buddy and teammate Uriah Faber versus Dominic Cruz at my weight class. I think that was a great fight to show, you know, to kind of introduce the weight class of bantamweights who might not know too much about the weight class. Got to see just how exciting it is, and good thing about that fight, it was a little bit of everywhere. You know, there's some ground, some takedowns, and it was just really, really close all the way through. So of course I hope he wins it, but I mean, you know, honestly, I would say that was my favorite fight of the year, Edgar and Maynard.
This MMA 30 segment is powered by The Gun Store. Next time you're in Las Vegas, if you want to shoot a real machine gun, do it at The Gun Store at 2900 East Tropicana.